Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Very intimate video today. I will be showcasing, as per your request, close-up view and in-depth review of the two 2016 pre-fall winter and main fall winter Chanel brooches that I have acquired back in late 2016. Thank God 2016 is over, by the way. So this is how I keep them packaged. First of all, my hands. You're going to be seeing my hands and the packages. Oh, and I'm sweaty. Great. Okay. Anyway, this is how I keep them sealed. This does always leave some sort of, you see, residue. So these boxes are not the best, but it's easy to clean them. But they are kind of fingerprint magnets. Anyway, as are these little dust things. You can take them out of the box like that. So the box inside isn't completely empty. And these pouches are always fit to measure the box. So we're going to open it like that. Now, as you can see, I store them with these little pouches against humidity. And you could, either purchase them or you have them when... Sometimes you even get them with some food products, usually, I don't know, candy and stuff. But I have kind of a bunch of these that I use for storage purposes. So I keep one of these in there because costume jewelry does not like humidity. It does not like any sort of water or damp, moist environments next to it. The brooch should be held in here. Now this is not dirty. It's literally dust that is overexposed through the camera and the spotlights. So you might think that it looks really dusty, but in reality it's the name of the game with these products, because I have the white Chanel tissue paper that kind of leaves its residue as well on this black. So let's just move this container away. And this is how I wrap the brooch. Now, I have said in my unboxing video of this product that I'm looking into getting a non-acidic or bleach-free, whatever, archival paper, but the Chanel one will do for now. Plus, I love the logos everywhere, so I archive the brooch like that. I keep it protected in its tissue paper. So this is how the brooch looks like. It is the pre-fall winter 16 collection. It is a typical Chanel brooch, very close to what, Coco Chanel herself loves. She was a big fan of the Maltese cross, and the Maltese cross is a sort of cross that has, it has a regular cross shape, and then it would have these kind of points sticking out on the sides as well. So this is a reinterpretation of the Maltese cross. In particular, to note, what is very interesting is that the Chanel designers, or whoever, the creators, have decided to kind of mix together two separate crosses into one. So what we have here is a cut. So you could see half of it would be one cross. And then instead of being mirrored, you have the other half is this sort of cross here. Of course, it's not focusing when you want it to, because it sees my nails. Let's do it like that. And whoever came up with this idea to combine the two crosses, I don't want to say, oh, that was genius or whatever, but I think it's very, very, very fun and very, very modern. I mean, we're living in a time where there is such a mix and clash of different styles, of different epochs and eras, and everything today is just being, people are just eating stuff up, masticating it, and then regurgitating it all over again. And it's just like a vicious circle, and it keeps repeating, repeating, repeating. And some combinations clash very well, others clash very badly. This particular combination is a whimsical take on that sort of clash. Of course, you might say it's ugly, but to me, it's beautiful. Now, of course, taste, you can always debate and discuss taste. Let's flip it across. Sorry, not across, to the back. You can see the structure of it in the back. This is metal. I don't know if this is some sort of bronzy metal, but it has been gold plated with a very, very pale gold tone. And I would say that this is from the Goussan ateliers. They did produce since forever Chanel jewelry, costume jewelry, and I think that they have produced this brooch as well. Another indication that this might have also been partially a gripois, some sort of reminiscence of gripois, is the fact that, you know, gripois is very famous for poured glass. So it could be Goussan because Goussan does it as well. In this case, I think it's Goussan. But anyway, what we do have here is poured glass. Here as well. There as well. Here. Here. There. And all of these little bubbly bits in purple and red. What appears to be black, these two bubbly things there, is not black. It's in reality like blood red. I would need to illuminate the brooch from behind for you to be able to see through this intense dark red color. You can, however, check out my Instagram profile. My Instagram profile is called Super Dacob, all spelled together. I did post a picture of this brooch illuminated from the back. Actually, if I shift here, maybe I could make it appear right over there for you guys so you can see. So let's flip it to the back again. There are several reasons why, you know, the openings in the back. First of all, it's easier to pour in the glass, you know, literally to create this effect of kind of bubbly three-dimensional, you see, candy. This is very thick. It's a big chunky amount of glass. But second, because of the little light that might filter through, it creates a beautiful light. It almost, you know, creates an illusion of these being kind of precious stones, when in reality, it's just glass. I just say just because, of course, glass has a lower price than precious stones would have. Nevertheless, the result is very beautiful. What is very interesting to see, because, you know, in these years that have passed, in many years, Chanel has become such a symbol of logo mania. And I have here for comparison a brooch from 1994 in mattified gold. You can see that this one has been plated in a higher carat than this one, because this one is much paler in comparison. Anyway, this one is mattified, also bronzy mattified, but you can see that there's absolutely, well, let me take this one away, there's absolutely no logo on this brooch whatsoever. Nothing that could tell us that this is a Chanel brooch, except when we flip it to the other side, and here we have its little metal logo of authenticity that tells us that it was made in France. It tells us the year of production. In this case, wait, let me zoom it in to my own eyeball. 1994. This is spring summer 1994. It could have been a pre-collection, but anyway, this is a brooch, as well as with this hook you could make a necklace out of it. So this 2016 brooch is kind of going back to that beautiful tradition of just recognizing a Chanel for its DNA, you know, recognizing it for its design DNA. However, there's a miniature, little tiny, let's see how close we could come in. There. That's the only logo you're going to see on this brooch on the outside, on the frontal part. And still, it's not so much in your face, because once you're, you know, from a distance, if you're wearing it, you don't really notice the logo. When you flip the brooch on the other side, at the bottom here, they have integrated the stamping that they use now. It's so tiny, I would need a macro lens, which I do not have. So I'll just read for you what it says. Here it says, okay, it says Chanel. And then it gives us the 16, which is the year of production. Then there's a B at the end, which is probably pre. And then it says that it's made in France. Okay, had to read it. Super tiny, though. This one does not turn into a pendant or whatever for a necklace. This is only a brooch. And you open it, and of course, we're playing here with like really details, guys, so it's hard to focus on it. Okay, it's gonna be very hard. You flip it here, you extract this, and it's kind of very tight. You see it goes up again on its own. and then you open it up. And then you insert it into whatever you need to insert it into. I suggest inserting it double, meaning making like, oh, no, not double. Once is enough. So you go into the fabric, out of the fabric, and then you close it again. Just be sure to use a smaller amount of fabric than the length. You know, the length of fabric that you're using has to be, of course, smaller than the length of the pin. Otherwise, you're going to get a little bit of a wrinkly effect on your garments. This is a very heavy brooch. It will not suit light t-shirts because it would really hang. I mean, it's very, very, very hefty. It would probably end up tearing a t-shirt if you would wear it, you know, for a longer period of time. So this is definitely a brooch that is more suited for jackets, blazers, you know, the tweed sort of jackets that Chanel is famous for. But you could also put it on, you know, regular business jackets. I do consider this unisex piece. You know, both boys and girls can pull it off as long as you love brooches. I've noticed in general that lately there are not so many brooches out there. Many brands don't really tackle with this idea or notion of brooches except for Chanel. And I think that has to do with the fact that brooches don't really sell that much. There's not so much demand for brooches as of lately. But because brooches are so close to Chanel's heart and it's such a part of the DNA of the brand, Chanel still keeps producing brooches within their collections. However, the tendency that I have noticed is, as of late, that these classic, more classic-looking brooches that kind of get, you know, their inspiration from the archives, more archival pieces of Chanel costume jewelry, this type of brooch is usually produced for the pre-collections. And then the main collections have more whimsical pieces, more kind of really seasonally bond pieces that, well, we're going to get to them in a minute anyway, but what I want to say is if you want to hunt down more classic-looking Chanel pieces, definitely look into their pre-collections, because the pre-collections are the ones that are more kind of, I mean, I don't want to use the word conservative, but they are conservative in a way because they really take inspiration more directly from the archives. The main line, the actual main collections, then that, you know, follow the pre-collection, they maybe bend more the rules and kind of create something even more whimsical. But to me, this is already as whimsical as a classical Chanel piece gets, because it, again, has these two crosses mixed together. Now, there's not just glass and gold plating here and metal. What we also see is enamel.
Sorry, guys, I meant to say resin. Not enamel, but resin.
Within this enamel, we have mother of pearl, or crushed pearls. I would say it's more crushed mother of pearl that has been encapsulated inside of this enamel. The pearls are not real pearls. These are glass pearls, as are the little ones over there. These are basically, sometimes they call them glass pearls. They're not cold to the touch. They don't feel like, I don't know what sort of glass it is, if it's glass, but it's definitely some artificial material that is also very typical and famous for Chanel, and they have a special technique how to coat these so-called glass pearls to give them that authentic pearlescent shine and sheer. You know, Chanel is famous for her faux pearls because, well, famous for them, you know, she always said, you know, fake jewels or real jewels, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of the intention that matters, and she would indeed sell her fake pearls for the price of real pearls. And at the speed that Chanel's prices are increasing at the moment, faux pearls cost more than real pearls would cost in, you know, from another brand that's maybe specialized in cultivated pearls or even natural pearls. This, however, does not mean that Chanel never uses authentic pearls. There are a lot of costume jewelry pieces that do use authentic materials as well as natural ingredients or materials. I mean, mother of pearl inside of the enamel here is a natural product. I have seen costume jewelry by Chanel that also had some beautiful natural pearls, not even cultivated, but like wild pearls in them. Many pieces, especially from the Fall-Winter 2009 cruise collection from the Lido in Venice. There was a lot of beautiful cuffs and necklaces that use a lot of real pearls. So that would be it for this particular jewel. I hope you've enjoyed it. This has been one of my first kind of close-up reviews that I've ever done. I hope you're liking it. It's kind of an experiment. If you did like it, let me know in the comment section down below, and I can do more of these, as well as perhaps full-on Chanel brooch collection video. That's something that I'm looking forward to doing. I think that could be a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys want to see it. Let me know in the comment section down below. What does follow this video review, however, is the video review of the main Fall-Winter 16 brooch that I also got towards the end of last year. Now, I think I did mention at the beginning of this video that I would show both, but the video is getting quite long, so I think it's better to split them in two, just because kind of then we could focus more on the typology of brooches that are showcased, because they are very similar but actually extremely also different from one another. I will, however, bring back this one in the next video just to compare it to the new one, but just to keep it tense and exciting for you guys, I will not show the other brooch in this video just now. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thumb up this video if you liked it. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, put on the brooch and never give up on love. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.